Hello, my name is Josiah North, and my informative speech is going to be about how to be a more safe driver on the road. So, according to the Center for Disease Control, motor vehicle crashes are the leading causes of death among people ages 5 and 34 in the United States. Between the year 2000 and 2005, there have been a recorded of 42,000 deaths on country roads and highways. And so that's not a very good thing to hear, and we want to be able to lower that. So, the website kidshealth.org has given a couple of points to be able to help drivers like me and you to be more safe on the road and to prevent less injuries and less deaths while driving. One of the points they bring up is to think safety first. And so, when you're driving on the road, this can be applying like to be an aggressive driver. When you really just like when you cut someone off, or you just need to, I don't know, you cut someone off, or you don't leave much space for people when they're ahead of you. And so this can be a great way to be able to help prevent injuries and deaths, because there can be a lot of things that can happen on the road. And if you're not aware all the time, then you can get into a crash. The second point that they bring up is to be aware of your surroundings. So that means to be able to check your blind spots, your mirrors, behind you if you need to, just sometimes, and to also check out for other people on the road, like pedestrians, people who are riding their bikes, people just walking with each other, jogging, anything of the sorts like that. And to also be aware of other drivers, because you don't know what other drivers will do, and you have to be able to stay in control of what you're doing, because that's the only thing you can control, is what you are doing on the road. And that would also apply with, I guess, just watch out for other aggressive drivers, because if you see them, aggressively driving either behind you or you feel like they're gonna cut you off, then you can slow down, create some space, and just be able to drive safely without and prevent, crashes or possible problems. The third point that they brought up in the article was do not depend on others. So if you think that this other driver to your left is a competent driver, which is it's fine to be able to, believe that there's like they'll be alright, but you want to be able to stay in control of what you can do. And thinking that other drivers will be able to play the smart decision in driving is not a very smart thing to do, because then you become less aware, because you assume everyone will be smart about what they do, but you won't know that. Just assume the worst, because if you assume the worst, that means you can be safe and try to prevent all these possible incidences that could happen to you. And the last point that they brought up on the website was to watch your speed. Although it can be fun for younger drivers like me, the best thing to do is really to just be able to stay the speed limit and not go too fast, because the faster you go, the harder it is to control your car. And the last point that they brought up, and it's a very good point, is to be able to cut distractions. So that means basically just like the radio, when you're talking to people, your phone. Now, you don't have to go to the extent where you can't talk at all, but you have to be able to, when you are driving, you have to be able to cut out distractions that make you look away from the road. Because if you're not paying attention on what's happening, problems can occur. And so, these steps are the best way to ensure to become a more safe driver on the road. And I hope you enjoyed this informative speech. Thank you.